Howdy howdy everybody. He has agreed to let me take a video of some Ferraris and show you around his shop. So here we are. I'm going to get you some info on maybe an oil change or some issues with services and maybe a test drive, so stay tuned. First beauty.
Supposed to have somebody coming up today. Nobody showed up.
Nobody showed up? Why not?
Except my friend there, but nobody else.
So what do we got over here?
Huh?
What cars do we have over here?
I don't know. Good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably about 10.
Well, this is a Spiker, right?
That's a Spiker, yeah. 2009 Spiker. Built in Holland. It used to be an airplane company.
Uh-huh.
And then it started building cars years ago. And,
Is this the one that's for sale?
that is...
Beautiful interior.
That's for sale.
Oh, how much?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? Man, look at that leather work. That is gorgeous. You won't get that in a Toyota.
If you Google the company, you can see the history too.
You can just look at the artwork and machining that they do on just the brake pedals. Beautiful. There's your warning label that if you get into an accident, you're screwed. And we got another Ferrari right up here. Beautiful. Never seen so many gorgeous cars in one spot. It wasn't a show, a dealership, or a private collection. Oh, let's get out of this. Look at that. 2 oil filters. Of course, snap on when you want to get it off the first time without breaking it.
Yeah, that's,
Ooh, look at that.
I think he's going to be asking around 285 for it.
285,000, everybody, for the Spiker. If you're interested, you have the info.
Okay, we have a 2010 California and we're going to do an oil change, just show you how to do an oil change, and we set the car up already on the corners and we're going to send it up. I born into it through the family business, and I've been doing it ever since.
So by born into it, what do you?
Born into it, it's my father worked Formula One for a number of years, and then worked at the dealership, and then I kind of just moved into working on cars and been working on Ferraris ever since.
Where at did he work?
He worked in South Africa, and he worked in Italy. He worked for TKA Motors back from 69 to about 81.
Very cool. So you can't get more Italian than that, huh?
No, you can't get more Italian than that. Okay, so we're just popping off the under tray. And a few bolts we gotta disconnect, yeah. Okay, let me put these down.
Got one in the front.
Yeah, one more there. Okay, and then we got the cover that comes out. One more. Okay.
So what type of oil do they recommend?
They use 5W40 synthetic, and of course you put here's where the oil filter is that needs to be removed, which is really nice. Once you drain it, it's got a spout that drains all the oil out of the oil filter. This is oil filter's right there. And then the oil drain plug is right there. It'll say olio scarico, that's the motor. And olio motore and olio scarico, and that drains the engine oil. And there's once we drain this and fill that, there's approximately 11.5 quarts of oil that needs to be put in the car.
11.5?
11.5. So you put about 10 in, then you run it and check it, let it sit a minute, and then recheck it again, add some oil, start it and run it again, then leave it a few minutes and check it. And that's basically the oil change.
How many miles do they recommend on an oil change?
Ferrari gives you 360 annually to come in and do the fluids annually. But if you do more than 5,000 miles and you do, like this guy did 20,000 miles, then that's not what you want to do. You want to come in every 5,000 to do your oil change.
Did he cause any damage by going over 5?
Possibly. Possibly. Let me get the light. Yeah, a second. The car's got a rough idle, and I thought it was the motor mounts, but the motor mounts are the oil-filled ones, and they still look okay. They're not sunken in or pushed up in. As you can see, they're still fine, so it's not the motor mounts. But if you notice on the exhaust manifold, there's starting to be carbon deposits around there, and not changing the oil doesn't help. And on these cars, they have direct injection, and they tend to dump a lot of carbon inside of the exhaust manifolds, and then they coke up the exhaust manifolds. And one of the things to do to repair it is you have to drop the whole subframe and take everything out and clean everything out. Sometimes you can get lucky and do a top end clean, but sometimes it doesn't come clean, and you have to take the EGR valve out and clean everything there too, because it gets real carboned up.
I remember
because of the direct injection, and that causes a rough idle afterwards. The California, we just finished the oil change. We already warmed the car up. It's on temperature, so we're gonna go give it a quick run.
It is running a little rough, isn't it?
It's running a little rough because we got to do a top end clean, or we got to remove the manifolds to get all the carbon out. It's just one of those things that they never got sorted out at the factory properly. So here's the key thing: change your oil every 5,000 miles. And that's going to help your car. feel the vibration?
Yeah, I
a little
can
bit
feel
there?
it now. That's pretty rough.
We'll take the plugs out and check them too, but there are no misfires or anything like that. The motor mounts are okay. It's just carbon buildup.
Can't believe just that minor miss and
Oh, yeah.
the car is that sensitive. Can feel it push you into the back of the seat a little bit there.
Oh yeah. So that's a Ferrari California. Nice sound, easy to drive. Especially for the women. It's very easy to drive for the women.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't like to say it's a ladies' cars, but the ladies really love the Californias.
Very nice. That was 100?
That was 100 real quick.
Goodness.
So these cars really do move.
Wish I had one on the dashboard, but not there yet.
Going through my parameters and looking at the tire pressures, and they're all at about 40 psi, which I wanted. Check. And we'll probably drop the front down to about 37 and the back down to 32.
You can do that in the car?
No, you have to do that.
Oh, I was about to say.
But that's where you're gonna get your best wear, about 30, 35. I'd say 35 in the front, 32 in the rear.
Gotcha.
If you drop them too low in the front, you're gonna get wear on the outer sides, and in the back too high, you're gonna wear in the center if you're too high.
Wow, got some braking power too.
As fast as you can get up to speed, you can get back down to 20 really quickly. Thank God. That's Ferrari.
Very nice. Would highly recommend taking one out for a spin. Or even better, come see Dino in Sarasota to get your car worked on. He does them.
Yep, we can do that. Now we'll go back to the shop and check the oil, the levels and everything, and then go from there. Woo! Now we'll see as it idles if the misfire is, if it's still got this slight little vibration, or
Ah, so you're burning out the carbon.
well, that's not the only way you can do it. Sometimes people don't drive fast enough with some of these cars, and this direct injection, there is a problem with that, even with the factory update software.
Okay.
It idles much better already.
Idle's much better now.
Notice that? Look, no vibration now.
Yep, can't feel it.
So, with your modern Ferraris, don't drive them too slow. When they're warmed up, really drive them a little bit, because otherwise you end up with more problems.
Very good.
Okay, thank you very much.